It's big dog season, and you can't stay still because you want it. Talk that talk, George. You still scraping your plate because you're hungry. Talk that talk.
This is WVTM 13. Breaking news is happening right now.
And it is 2:01 on a Sunday morning, September 22nd. I'm Jarvis Robertson here with Gladys Bautista. We continue to follow that breaking news, a mass shooting in Southside, 5 Points South.
And what we know so far is that 4 people are dead, 4 people are critically injured, and dozens of others also injured when police say multiple shooters opened fire on a crowd standing outside. It all happened on Magnolia Avenue.
Yeah, now police say that there are several victims in this situation. As we know, dozens are injured. Some have life-threatening injuries. Some have various injuries. We do want to get out to WVTM 13's Zoe Blair. She is on the ground for us right now following the latest. Zoe, tell us what you are seeing around you now.
Yeah, Jarvis, Gladys, you can see here behind me, Birmingham police are still investigating this mass shooting. It happened just after 11 o'clock last night. I'm told that it happened back that way on the other side of the fountain. Somebody opened fire on the sidewalk. Birmingham police told us that dozens of people got gunshot injuries from this. 8 people were taken to the hospital, 4 people are dead. There are still tons of people out here looking for their family members and some of them are just trying to get back to their cars to get home. Many of them are still looking for answers on what happened. Birmingham police say that they do not have anyone in custody right now, but they're still working to find out what happened. Back to you guys.
All right, Zoe, thank you so much. And from what you can see from that scene, it looks like there is police tape all over the place. Police have said that dozens of the victims are at various hospitals. So right now, it just seems like this is a really fluid situation.
A very fluid situation. And keep in mind, this happened on a Saturday night when there are a lot of people out in 5 Points South. As you can see from that crime scene tape that we just saw around Zoe, police, they're going to be there for some time. Again, they say that a group of people started firing at people who were standing out in the open.
And something interesting that police said, they said that they could not say how many shots were fired, but they do believe that Glock switches were used. And we know that that has been a major issue for the Birmingham Police Department, for federal partners as well, dealing with the regulation of these Glock switches. We also heard from police chiefs last week, even saying that they're working right now at the state level to make those Glock switches they believe were used in tonight's shooting illegal at the state level, because right now they're only illegal at the federal level.
And for some time, that Birmingham city leaders, they have been working to get these Glock switches off the street. Birmingham Mayor Randall Whiffen, he has been very vocal, even not too long ago, within the last couple of months, posting on social media saying that we are coming after the people who use Glock switches. Now, keep in mind, once he made that post, there were some people who decided to think it was a joke. They posted Glock switches, posted them shooting Glock switches, and guess what? He posted that. Police, federal partners, they went after those people. We did have a chance to hear from some people who were on the ground out there that night that walked up shortly after the incident happened. Take a listen.
Very scary, very. Like when I walked up when it was like just ended, because everybody was screaming, there was people crying. Police officers, they was trying to get information from different people, so they just was trying to do their job and I guess get the aid and information that they need.
And you said you saw some people carried out on stretchers? Yes,
ma'am. It was literally probably about 6 to 7 people, males and females, that was coming out on stretchers, and it was ambulance coming back to back. So it was definitely a bad crime scene for the 5 Points area. You don't see stuff like this, just you going out to have a good time and you walk up on something like this. So it's very rare that you see something like this very close to home, you know. So just kind of sad for, you know, the public and the family members and friends of the people that got wounded.
Yeah, and so does this make you rethink you wanting to go out down here or anything?
Yes, ma'am, definitely. A guy walked by and he said, this is the main reason why I stay at home, you know. And I know things can happen no matter where you go, but you just have to, you know, be mindful of your surroundings and, you know, use your best judgment. And like I said, I was going to come out earlier, but I didn't. I kind of lagged around and it was a reason. So everything happened for a reason. You just have to know when it's time to go, or it's time to go to another location, because this area here lately, the past couple weekends, it's been getting bad. It's been getting bad.
Wow, can't even imagine what that must have been like. So happy that that gentleman that she spoke to is okay, but we know that that's not the situation for so many other people. And he talked about people getting carried out on stretchers. On my way in here, I passed through that area. Police say that the area that I came down, which was University Boulevard, he said that this area right now, we had to establish a perimeter so that the medical vehicles, the ambulances, could get out and have a pathway out of that. That is, you know, just to give you an idea of how populated this area was when all of this happened.
Yeah, we know that, again, a lot of people are out on the weekends in 5 Points South in Birmingham.
Yes.
Again, we do want to reiterate that this happened just after 11 o'clock last night. Birmingham police say that several shooters opened fire on a crowd of people. We know that unfortunately 4 people are dead. 4 people have life-threatening injuries, but dozens of people have various injuries. Multiple people have been taken to the hospital right now. Multiple first responders still being dispatched to that scene, trying to just get everything under control. Now, the motive for the shooting is still unclear at this moment, and that is the one thing that people will be looking for.
Right, and then when you think about this entire area that police now have to sift through to try to find their evidence, when they're talking about Glock switches, you're talking, you know, we don't even know the number of shots that were fired, especially when you're talking about a switch on a gun like that from multiple shooters. So police have a lot, they're gonna have a lot to deal with today.
What's interesting about it with those Glock switches, once they install them on a typical handgun,
right,
I mean, it can fire rapid succession for hundreds of bullets. So, I mean, Birmingham officials, after tonight, they're definitely going to be pushing even harder to get these off the streets.
Right, and we heard from police. They said that right now they want to find those shooters and they're going to hunt them down and make sure they are brought to justice.
And really quickly, I do want to reiterate what the gentleman said, that it's sad. I mean, just looking across Facebook right now, there are a lot of people posting, this is sad. Birmingham, we have to do better. So this is a community that is hurting by gun violence.
Definitely.
Unfortunately, and right now, we don't know how it's going to end.
And we don't even know how many people have been affected. We will continue to follow this developing story for you. We have crews on the ground there at that scene. We're going to be updating this throughout the night.
Good morning. Today is Sunday, September 22nd. The year is 2024. Last night was a deadly night over in Birmingham, over in Niggerville Park 2.0. Birmingham has some serious problems going on in that city with violence. It has been going on for eons, years, ever since I've lived in Atlanta. My mustache was a mess. I'm going to try to see, but ever since I've been in Atlanta, I've known of a lot of violence that takes place in Birmingham, and obviously they have a problem with these almost like machine guns that these guys are pulling out and shooting and killing indiscriminately. Can you imagine being out on a night on the town, just having fun, hanging out with your friends, and all of a sudden all this shit happens, and you're one of 4 innocent people shot and killed who had nothing to do with these people shooting at each other. Which goes back to my theory about hanging out at nighttime in areas prone to be around a lot of black people. My niggerville. Yes, white folks do it too. We all know that. Y'all's first thing. The white folks shooting, killing indiscriminately too. Yeah, they do, but you got a higher chance of being killed around your own kinfolk, hanging out on some Saturday night. I tend not to go around large crowds of people late at night, especially at 2 o'clock in the morning. I think this happened around 11 o'clock last night, though. I don't think it was too late. It was probably like 11 or 12 somewhere, but I have to go back and look at the timestamp. But at the same time, there were hundreds of people out there partying, hanging out in a well-crowded, known area in Birmingham where people go out to have fun and have a night out on the town. And it ended in mayhem, violence, and confusion, and it probably should never have ended like that. But anytime you got a bunch of crazy people with guns and drugs and violence on their mind, some people wake up plotting and planning to harm someone, shoot someone. You know, you're out at an event, minding your own business, hanging out with friends and family. It's just like this girl that they killed at this club here in 7-Eleven, 4411, or wherever it was here in Atlanta. She's out partying, having a good time with her friends, not knowing that someone in the club has a gun and about to shoot someone, and she ended up being an innocent victim of just having to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. Can you party? Can you go out? Can you have fun? Sure. Can you do it around 1 o'clock in the afternoon during the daytime? That might be a little bit better for you. I like just to do stuff in the daytime or day type events or mid-afternoon, late afternoon, or I'm not a nighttime person when it comes to 1, 2, 3 in the morning. I don't want to be out there that time of night hanging around with a bunch of heathens drinking and acting the damn food, because it's going to end in violence, 4 people shot and killed. The crazy part is, this should be a national story, because this is, I guess we've gotten so used to these type of mass shootings that we've got so used to it that we've normalized it. That we've made it normal for these types of events to take place. And nobody really cares, because I'm sure it's probably all over the news. I'm sure it's all over the news in Birmingham. But locally here, it didn't really make the news here in Atlanta. At least I didn't see it. I mean, it's kind of like whatever, you know. These shootings have become happen so randomly throughout the United States now that people just don't care. They don't care about who's being shot, and it's just not a care in the world. Just a bunch of violence and mayhem and confusion that just don't make sense. And people going out just to have a night out and have fun. And their family members are trying to plan their funeral. I know people are going to want to go. I literally just had someone stay in my kitchen a night ago, and he said that he no longer goes out to any clubs or parties or any type of event. He doesn't do any of this stuff. It's too dangerous. He's seen too much stuff happen to people he knows. Too much. It's just crazy. So he's in the house. You know, it's not even worth it. People want to go out. They want to have fun. How can you protect yourself from this kind of craziness? I mean, as soon as you hear them shots fired, you just got to drop to the ground. You know, I went to an all-white party last night at a private home, very nice event, catered. I mean, the place was beautiful. It was nice to get out of the house and go do something. But I felt safe there. I didn't feel like there was anything going on there. It was an all-white party, it was an older crowd of people. They had a great DJ. Man, that DJ was great. They played a lot of old school music. We actually had a very good time at that party. Everybody was there. People were dancing. People were laughing. People had fun. The food was good. People were eating, fun, drinking. It was just, that's what going out should be. That reminded me of an old school party. But these were older, mature people, my age, maybe younger, in their 30s. But everybody was there dressed nice, in there to have fun, no drama, no bullshit. It was a very, very nice event. And I believe it was someone's 50th birthday party. I mean, people have to be very selective, unfortunately, where you're going to party and where you're going to hang out. If you can go into a controlled environment where people are patting people down and making sure they don't have guns, you know, of course, that was supposed to happen at 4411. That didn't happen. And that guy got in there with that gun. But people want to go out. They want to have a nice time. In our community, we have to be very careful where we go, because everybody has a gun. And y'all, we already know that a lot of these black kids out here are people who have these guns. They don't care about nobody's life. They don't care about the crowds of people sitting around. They just start shooting like it's a video game. And if they're using those almost like machine guns, these whatever they call those things, I've seen them on, you know. It's kind of like, why hasn't the state of Alabama banned those things yet? Because they know they're killing niggas, so they don't care. They don't care. banned on the federal level, but why not have they not banned those things on the state of Alabama? The state of Alabama is backwards as Georgia is with the Republicans over there. I know y'all love them Republicans. Bunch of ignorant ass racist people. Why haven't they banned these things? There's no purpose to have that type of, almost like a machine gun running around in Alabama. Who, what, why? Because they don't care, because the people, the victims being shot and killed in these incidents are all black, so they don't care. Now, if y'all start shooting up white venues and white folks and stuff like that, then they gonna care. But you niggas should be shooting at each other. And innocent people getting shot and killed for no reason. Anyway, it's gonna be a short video because I had to run around. I had to take care of some stuff over here. I just want to do a video about this caught my eye. Be careful when you all out in these areas. Just be selective where you go. Nothing wrong. Like I said, I went out to a party. It was an all-white party. It had been planned for 2 weeks ago. I literally got up, put on some clothes. Luckily, I had something right in my closet that was clean. I didn't go buy nothing. My fear is when you go to these white parties, somebody gonna spill a drink on you. Luckily, I got through the night without anything being spilled on my little white outfit. But the party was very nice. I'm glad I went. The food was good. The people were nice. I met a lot of people who knew me from my YouTube channel. People do watch my videos. And the one guy was like, "Man, I've lived here for 25 years. I've never met you before." And I said, "Yeah, well, here I am live and in person. I've never seen you." I was like, "Well, I don't go out very much." When I was younger, I used to have events in my house. I used to have parties in my house all the time when I was younger. Y'all, we never had any problems. When I was younger, in my 20s and 30s, I had a lot of pool parties at my house, and we never had any issues. I did have security there. Parking was sometimes it can be an issue. There was plenty of food. People in the pool laughing, no fights, no argument, nothing. I mean, it was just a party where people came to have fun and left. It was a really great time back then. A lot of fun. Different world now. And I still think you can do those types of events if you're very selective about who you letting into your home. I mean, by selective, I mean, the internet is a beast. You got a lot of teenagers out here running around. I don't think that white party I was at last night, I don't think a bunch of teenagers would want to come to see a bunch of old people dressed in white, older people dancing into old school music. DJ he was great. I mean, he was playing music that kept everybody, the crowd, everybody dancing around. These people actually were dancing, having fun out there. I really couldn't dance with my hips still acting up. Oh, my polo hip. It's getting better. I'm getting more answers. I spoke to somebody who said I should use some PRP into my hip. He had that done, and that resolved made his hip much better. But anyway, it is what it is. Today is Sunday, the September 22nd. The year is 2024. And let me take these dogs on, cook me some breakfast, and get my day started. I'm out of here. Let me know what you all think about what happened in Birmingham over there. And if you live in Birmingham, is that area known for this type of violence? Is that, does this happen common down there? It's just an unfortunate event that happened down there in Birmingham. All right, I'm out of here. Enjoy your beautiful Sunday.